Can you come to order, please? Mark, can you do the usual with the?
Yes, this is a web-based call. So we are operating under the following procedures. The session is being both video and audio recorded. Bev, have you turned on the recorder?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Commissioners and staff will generally remain on mute except when speaking or voting, and will generally be keeping their videos on themselves throughout the meeting. There will not be any public comment during this meeting. Any public input that was provided previously to this meeting will be read during 4.1 review of public input. If a member of the public creates an audio or video disruption, they may be manually ejected from the meeting upon recommendation of staff or the chair. Thank you.
Thank you. On the agenda, approval of minutes of the budget hearing. Does anybody have a problem with anything that's in those minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes from last meeting, from the public hearing.
That was Dick. This is Kelly. I second.
Okay, now how are we supposed to vote?
Or just state their name as they make a vote, or ask for their name and what their vote is.
Okay.
Kelly, I vote aye.
This is Dick Zagdu, I vote aye.
This is Judy Jordan. I vote aye.
This is Brian Peterson. I vote aye.
Ernie, I vote aye.
Perfect.
Jeffrey, I abstain.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's missing?
Jeffrey came in through a phone.
He's there last time.
And Mike is
I
absent.
abstain. Yep.
Okay, 5-1, 5-4, 1 abstention, 1 absenteeism. Correspondence, anything in the correspondence that anybody would like to discuss? No, good. Now moving on to the important part of the budget. First, I thought we should review the public input. I believe we had one email prior to last week's meeting, which did not suggest any specific changes to the budget, but was more concerned about the possibility that taxes would be raised, but I understand that citizen has been talked to and there's no need for follow-up. The only suggested changes to the budget came from 3 people, I believe, who phoned in or Zoomed in, and that regarded the library budget, the apparently voluntary reduction of, what's it, 2,306?
Yes.
Should not have been offered, and they asked us to reverse the change we made in response to their volunteered action. Before we make any motion on that, I guess the other question is, has there been any additional input from residents after the meeting? Mark, have you received anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you. And in that case, does any FIPAC member have any thing on their mind, any change they think we should make to the budget?
Ernie, this is Kelly. I propose that we increase the library budget by 2,300, I think was the number they asked for.
2306.
2306. I propose that we do that. I make a motion to that end.
I second that motion. I agree they made the rationale.
Hold a minute, Dick.
Yep.
Hold a minute. Kelly, is the end of your motion that we make and corresponding offset to the amount taken from the fund balance? So the
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I meant to say that. Yes, without raising taxes, but coming from the undesignated fund. Thank you.
Thank you. Dick, does your second stand?
I second Kelly's motion. And to me, the rationale, the library people's rationale for asking for the additional money made a lot of sense. So I support increasing the budget by 2306 and taking the funds from the fund balance.
Thank you. It's been moved and second. Is there any more discussion on this one issue? If not, then we should vote on making this one line item change. Dick? How do you
I
vote?
I vote aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Brian?
Aye.
Judy?
Aye.
Jeffrey?
Aye.
Aye. Vote aye. Okay, now that we made that one line item change, we probably should have a motion to approve the overall budget with this slight amendment.
Ernie, this is Kelly. I move that we adopt the budget with the amendment previously approved.
And I second.
Moved and second. Is there any more discussion on that? We'll vote. Dick?
I second. Oh, I vote aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
It's okay. Brian?
Aye.
Judy?
Aye.
Jeffrey?
Yay.
I'm glad we don't have video.
Always
aye.
gotta be different.
Gotta be different.
Yeah.
Aye. Yep.
Okay, unanimous for those present. Now, setting of the fiscal year 2021 tax rate and setting a dates that the taxes are due and payable. The proper form of that motion is I move that the tax rate for fiscal year 2021 be set at, what's the number?
29 point,
2933?
Yes.
29.33, and the taxes be due and payable on July 1st, 2020 and January 1st, 2021. Consider that my making the motion. Is there a second?
This
I
is Kelly.
second.
Okay, go ahead, Dick.
I second.
Moving to second. Any more discussion on that?
Just the executive order that gives the 90-day extension will be on top of those due dates.
Okay.
How does that work, Mark?
But I think we set our normal dates. The executive order will override the normal fiscal dates of the town. So I don't think you have to have that in your motion.
no.
Well, if we put an extension in our motion, then the order would probably extend it 90 days beyond that.
Right, we don't want to do that.
Correct.
So leave the extension out of your motion.
Thank you. Everybody clear?
Yep.
Good. Then we can vote. Dick?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Brian?
Aye.
Judy?
Aye.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, man. Aye.
And I vote aye. We have a budget. We're done. Now, 4.4, executive order transfers. I guess this is basically procedural. We've seen some of this stuff before, but we have to do it in a certain way because of the way things have changed. Mark, you want to take the floor and let us know what's going on? Or would you prefer that I start with
With a motion.
I'm going to offer a motion that we approve what Mark has volunteered to read for me. Is that good enough?
Yes, and I'll read the actual motion.
Okay.
4.4A, appropriation of funds for the Nzinga property. Whereas the Board of Selectmen had previously called a special town meeting to be held Tuesday, April 7th, 2020, to act upon the proposed appropriation of $30,000 from the open space land acquisition account to be applied towards the purchase price of the Nzinga Bauer property, more particularly described below. And whereas in light of the current declaration of public health and civil preparedness emergencies in the state of Connecticut and executive orders issued by the Governor Lamont, in conjunction with such declaration, the holding of a town meeting would not be prudent. And whereas Section 7 of the Executive Order 7S issued by Governor Lamont on April 1st, 2020 permits the Board of Selectmen and the Financial Planning Allocation Committee or Commission by the majority vote of each such body to authorize an appropriation in the amount less than 1% of the town's current total municipal budget without complying with the town charter or statutory requirements to hold a town meeting for referendum to approve such appropriation. And whereas the Financial Planning Allocation Commission has determined that the appropriation of funds to be applied to the open space purchase is in the best interest of the town, and whereas the Board of Selectmen had previously approved the appropriation of the sum of $30,000 from the open space land acquisition capital account 20-6388-013 as a capital contribution to be applied towards the purchase price of a certain parcel consisting of approximately 99.5 acres of open space land located in the town of Columbia, owned by Russell P. Nzinga, trustee and estate of Angeline I. Bauer, and located at Wells Woods Road, Lot 51, in the Assessor's Map 38. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Financial Planning Allocation Commission approves the appropriation of the sum of $30,000 from the open space land acquisition capital account 20-6388-013 as a capital contribution to be applied towards the purchase price of a certain parcel consisting of approximately 99.5 acres open space land located at the town of Columbia, owned by Russell P. Nzinga, trustee of the estate of Angeli I. Bauer, located at Wellswood Road, Lot 51, Assessor Map 38.
Thank you. I move that we approve that resolution. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you, Judy. Like Mark said, or as one of the just read, we've already basically approved this, haven't we, Mark?
Yes, Board of Selectmen approved it, but in the executive order, it requires also approval by FIPAC, and then that will complete the substitution of a town meeting.
No, I didn't mean a resolution. I mean, we have in theory already endorsed the spending of this 30,000.
Yes, it's in the open space
thank you.
account already.
Yeah, again, we have already covered this and we might have even voted on it once. So this is basically procedural and not asking us for any additional money.
Correct, it's in the
Okay,
account
it's
and
moved
it's
in.
authorized.
Second, is there any more discussion or questions?
Ernie, can I ask a question? This is Kelly.
Sure.
Mark, how many votes do we need to pass this? Since there are only 6 of us, we only need 4 votes to pass?
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, I would like to say that
Okay.
I have previously voted in favor of this, but I don't like the process and I intend to abstain from voting. Not because I object to this, but I don't like the fact that we're skipping a town meeting. And that's my only reason for choosing to abstain, not because I object to approving of it.
Okay. Then we should vote. Dick,
Aye.
Kelly,
Abstain.
Brian,
Aye.
Judy,
Aye.
Jeffrey,
Aye.
I vote aye. 4.4B, we already talked about a few times how we would, the need for replacing the fire vehicle and how we will go about this. And again, we have a resolution that needs to be approved by FIPAC. So I move that we approve the resolution that Mark is about to read for us. Mark, please.
4.4B, the appropriation of funds to be applied for the rescue truck replacement for the Columbia Volunteer Fire Department. Whereas the Board of Selectmen had previously called a town meeting to act upon the proposed appropriation of $300,000 from the general fund to be applied to the purchase of a rescue truck replacement for the Columbia Volunteer Fire Department, more particularly described below. And whereas in light of the current declaration of public health, civil preparedness, emergencies in the state of Connecticut, and executive order issued by Governor Lamont in conjunction with declaration of holding a town meeting would not be prudent. And whereas Section 7 of Executive Order 7S issued by Governor Lamont on April 1st, 2020 permits the Board of Selectmen and the Financial Planning Allocation Commission by a majority vote of each such body to authorize an appropriation in the amount less than 1% of the town's current total municipal budget without complying with the town charter or any statutory requirements to hold a town meeting or referendum or approve such appropriation. And whereas the Financial Planning Allocation Commission has determined that the appropriation of the funds to be applied to the rescue truck replacement for Columbia Volunteer Fire Department is in the best interest of the town. Now, therefore, be resolved that the Financial Planning Allocation Commission authorizes the town to appropriate a sum of $175,000 from the general fund and transfer those funds to the capital reserve account named CVFD Capital Project 20-6403-006 in order to purchase a rescue truck replacement for the Columbia Volunteer Fire Department.
Thank you. I have moved that we approve this. Is there a second?
I second.
Who's that, Dick?
Dick, this is Dick, I second.
Thank you. So moved and second. Is there any more discussion?
Can I ask another question? This is Kelly.
Of course.
What is 1% of our budget? Is it 180,000?
Yes,
So this is under it? Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Any more discussion, questions? Then we'll vote. Dick,
Aye.
Kelly,
Abstain.
Brian,
Aye.
Judy,
Aye.
Jeffrey,
Aye.
did we wake you? I vote.
No,
aye.
I said aye. I'm out in the yard. You want to talk to the chickens?
Sure. I'll recite my favorite chicken recipe to your animal.
Hey,
Mark, I read 4.5 quickly. Is this another resolution that requires a motion?
And wait a minute, Ernie, was your vote aye on the last one?
Correct.
Okay. It does not require a motion. It's for your information only on 4.5 of what the Board of Selectmen executed last night, that they approved a donation to the town of a 100 by 100 foot parcel in conjunction with the closing of the Marcal property. And the for information portion is that there'll be a slight decrease in tax revenue at the moment because it'll become part of a town-owned property.
100 by 100
Feet.
feet out in the wilderness probably doesn't generate much tax money.
Correct.
Any questions on that? No action seems to be required. Okay. Transfers. Deb, do you have any? Beverly,
Sorry, there was noise outside. I had to shut my door. What was the question?
no, it's for Beverly. Transfers. Do we have any?
You do have transfers.
And she has to unmute.
Thank you. There are, I mean, 5 transfers tonight totaling $5,788. The first one is a transfer of $1,670 from commercial insurance line to the town hall telephone line. We've made some changes in the lines and some of our cell phone costs. So to get us through the end of the year, we need a transfer of $1,670. The tax collector has asked for a transfer of $118 from 3 lines: supplies, professional improvement, and conferences, to help cover the cost of prepaid postage envelopes. With the COVID outbreak, she's been mailing more information out in letters and bills to the residents, so she needs to order more supplies.
Do we FIPAC need, Bev, I'm sorry, do we FIPAC need to vote on that one?
Yes, because it's over $500.
I thought you said 118. How much is it?
$618.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
The next one is a transfer of $1,000 from the DPW overtime salaries to the transfer station overtime salaries. They've had some shorthanded at the transfer station, so they've been using on Saturdays some of the regular public works guys to fill in. So that line ran short. So this is to help cover the deficit plus get them through the rest of the year. The next transfer is $1,000 from transfer station professional tech line to the transfer station supply line. They've had to buy some signage for the COVID outbreak, plus there's been they had to buy there was additional costs on the transfer station stickers, so this should cover their costs through the end of the year. And the last one is $1,500 from the street lighting electricity line to the town hall electricity line. There was an increase, I guess, in usage this year over last year. So they need to cover the electricity line for the end of the year. And that's all of them.
Before we have a motion, does anybody need clarification on any of these? No? Then is there a motion?
I move that we approve the transfers as described by Bev.
I second.
There's a second. It's been moved and second that we approve the transfers as presented. Any more discussion? In that case, we vote.
Do you
Dick,
second in that?
Aye.
Judy.
Okay, thank you.
Dick has voted aye.
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Judy,
Aye.
Jeffrey,
Aye.
I vote aye. Bev, what are we doing about the paperwork with getting my signature on these things?
You can either, what I've done on some things is if you want to send me an email saying you've approved them all, and I attach the minutes from the meetings, and that's what I've been doing.
Okay,
Okay, that should work.
I'll forget. You know you have to remind me to do that.
Okay, I'll send you an email.
And is Jen on with us today?
Hi.
I just had a thought, and I can't remember if I brought it up. We did the minutes for the public hearing, but the night of the public hearing, we didn't approve minutes of the meeting before that. So we
Okay.
might have one set of minutes. Got it? If
Okay.
you could double check that.
Yep.
Thank you. Seems like we have concluded our business, but at the end of, in the session where we finalize the budget, I'd like to give each BIPAC member a chance to express whatever might be on their mind, whether there are ways we can improve the process, or if they're happy, sad, or whatever. So it's open. Dick, do you have any comments?
Just a couple of brief comments. I would much prefer having a public hearing where the real public hearing, not virtual. And I'd much prefer having a town meeting where the town makes these votes rather than us. But I do want to say also that I'm very pleased how we've been able to keep our budget where there's no tax increase, a 0% tax increase. So I'm pleased how this worked. And I think everybody on FIPAC gave extremely good input as far as making the decisions that we have had to make. So thank you, everybody.
Kelly,
Thanks, Ernie. I just want to thank both the Board of Education and the Board of Selectmen, as well as Mark and Jen and Bev for extraordinary work and commitment during this unusual time. And we really appreciate that everybody pulled together and we got a budget that didn't raise taxes this year. Thank you.
thank you. Brian,
I second what Kelly said. Thank you all. My first time in the budget process. This has been a little odd. Wasn't exactly what I had expected, but everyone came together, really proud. Thanks for everybody's help with me, bringing me along, teaching me the process, and, you know, definitely appreciate it. Look forward to getting to work next year.
Judy,
Pretty much what Brian said. I really appreciate time Mark took with me early in the process to explain everything, and that we all were flexible and adaptable and have dealt with the problem, I think, pretty effectively, and still represented the interests of the town well. So thank you, everybody.
thank you. So I guess that's everybody. Jeffrey,
Yes. Let's say I want to say that it was a good process. We came up with a good budget for the citizens of Columbia. And I want to thank Mark Walter and everybody for doing a wonderful job. That's
thank you.
it.
Yeah, I would like to echo a lot of thanks, especially I'm impressed with the way, I'll say Mark and Bev, but I'm sure Bev did all the work to make sure all the technical aspects went smoothly. So thank you, Bev. Thank you, Mark. And I'd like to thank our group, because I felt this year that everybody was on top of everything, aware of what was going on, and participated well. And I don't think the new people needed to be brought along because they were involved, and it wasn't obvious. Nobody was lost. So again, thank you. Thanks to the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Education for their cooperation and their willingness to bend with us and recognize that we are all here to keep the community moving and keep everybody out of the poorhouse, more or less. Anyway, thank you. Anything else we have? In that case, our business is done. Our next meeting will be June 17th. And with that, I guess we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
all.
Thank
Have
you.
a good long weekend, everybody.
Yes,
Thank you.
all
Yep.
very much.
Bye.
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 Bye.